Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, or Chakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is the Mayim in Atlanta, and I wanted to go into this article. A few brothers have already done lessons on this, but the earth is spinning faster. And so this is from livescience.com. Came out 2 days ago, and it says the earth is going to spin much faster over the next few months, so fast that several days are going to get shorter. Differences in the gravitational pull between the earth and the moon will make July 9th, July 22nd, and August 5th unusually short. This is getting into it, Earth is expected to spin more quickly in the coming weeks, making some of our days unusually short. July 9th, 22nd, August 5th, the position of the moon is expected to affect the Earth's rotation so that each day is between 1.3 and 1.51 milliseconds shorter than normal. A day on Earth is the length of time needed for our planet to fully rotate on its axis, approximately 86,400 seconds or 24 hours. But Earth's rotation is affected by a number of things, including the positions of the sun and moon, changes to Earth's magnetic field, and the balance of mass on the planet. Since the relatively early days of our planet, Earth's rotation has been slowing down, making our days longer. Researchers found that about 1 billion to 2 billion years ago, a day on Earth was only 19 hours long. This is likely because the moon was closer to our planet, making its gravitational pull stronger than it is now and causing Earth to spin faster on its axis, in which the Earth is not 1 to 2 billion years old or anything within the billions. It's recorded within the scriptures somewhere around 12 to 13,000 years old. It's not that old. Esau likes to use that to go with his evolution and to basically try to prove that the Lord is not real. They also like to try to prove that their pale skin comes from evolution as well, and not just the Lord cursing them. But the earth is nowhere near any billions or millions of years old. Since then, as the moon has moved away from us, days on average have been getting longer. But in recent years, scientists have reported variations in Earth rotation. In 2020, scientists found that the Earth was spinning more quickly than at any point since records began in the 1970s. We saw the shortest ever recorded day on July 5th of 2024, which was 1.66 milliseconds shy of 24 hours, according to Date and Time. We'll get here and then we'll drop this, but it says on July 9th, July 22nd, and August 5th, 2025, the moon will be at its furthest distance from Earth's equator, which changes the impact its gravitational pull has on our planet's axis. Think of the Earth as a spinning top. If you were to put your fingers around the middle and spin, it wouldn't rotate as quickly as if you were to hold it from the top and bottom. With the moon closer to the poles, the Earth's spin speeds up, making our days shorter than usual. And so, right back up here, it says in 2020, scientists found that the Earth was spinning more quickly than at any point since records began in the 1970s. So, we see that science knows that the days are being shortened. But then, on the flip side, you also have science telling us that the days are getting longer. And so this article is from January 2nd of 2025. It says days are getting longer. So when do we spring forward? NPR, July 19th of 2024. It says days are getting slightly longer, and it's due to climate change. And they've been trying to push this climate change stuff for far too long. It's because of your pollution, Esau, and the Lord controls all of these things. So Just is what it is. But yeah, we'll just read this first paragraph. It says climate change is causing widespread global impacts, but now scientists are finding that it's altering the very planet itself. Earth's rotation is slowing down, extending the length of a day ever so slightly. And you could just look around and see that the days aren't getting longer, they are getting shorter. Just think about the time that passes every day. You go to work, you work out, do what you need to do, your lessons, and dinner, and then the day's over. And it seems like the days are actually getting shorter, but Esau and his confusion and all of his hypocrisy is trying to say that they're getting longer and due to climate change. But the scriptures, the Most High, let us know that in the end, the days will be getting shorter. So this is Mark 13 and verse 20. And it says, and except that the Lord had shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. Because the time that we're coming into is going to be the worst time of all history. And the Lord's not just going to leave us here in the miserable state of the earth. He's going to take his elect out. And part of that is shortening the days, because prophecy still has to take place, every bit of it, before the kingdom can be set up. And even jumping up to verse 19 of Mark 13 and 19, it shows you that these are the worst days ever. It says, for in those days shall be affliction such as was not from the beginning of the creation, which the Most High created unto this time, neither shall be. So there's a time of trouble such as never was before. Jacob's trouble's coming. And in general, the way that Esau rules with all of his pollution and defiled foods and war and just violence within the earth, the Lord's got to get us out of here. We are waiting for him to take us out of here, and he's shortening the days. We just saw an article showing that the days are getting shorter. And except that the Lord had shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. And there's also going to be a nuclear war. So the Lord giving us his truth and us praying for shorter days, he's giving us shorter days to get out of this. But these Edomites are bringing some terrible things unto the earth. It says, but for the elect's sake, that's the elect of Israel, Israel being the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as are scattered, the Lord is going to save 1/3. He's going to save the 144,000 and then the mixed multitude, but 2/3 of Israelites will be destroyed here in Babylon the Great. But for the elect's sake, so the elect are the ones that are going to be redeemed out of this carnage that is coming, whom he hath chosen. He chose the elect from before the foundations of the earth were created. He hath shortened the days. The day lost a second. It's getting shorter. It could be proved. The Lord is shortening these days. Going to jump from there to Proverbs 10 and verse 27. It says, the fear of the Lord prolongeth days. And that's what we're supposed to do. Fear the Lord and keep his commandments. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. It's the whole duty of man. The fear of the Lord prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. And we understand that the wicked, actually, let's just jump into Job 21 and verse 7. It says, wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yet are mighty in power? And so it's talking about the days of their lives right there. But go back to Proverbs 10 and 27. It says, the fear of the Lord prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. These days, these years are his rulership, his time to be in power. That's being shortened, because we just saw the days of their lives are actually long, even though they're wicked and toss the law, statutes, and commandments behind them. But the Lord is both shortening the days for the elect, because we want to get out of here, because these times are going to be troubling, but he's also shortening the days for the wicked, because their rulership, their time is being cut short. In which some of that's because they are complete and total hypocrites. They toss the words of the Lord behind them, and that's not going to keep their kingdom going. Neither do they fear the Lord. They have no fear for the Lord, or else they wouldn't be trying to put a RFID microchip into everybody's person. It's Job 20 and verse 5. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. He's shortening their years. He's taking away from their time of rulership, and he's shortening the elect. Lord willing, I'm of that number. He's shortening the elect's time in captivity, because we are at the end. And I went into that because of his hypocritical information that's out there. There's some articles that talk about the days getting longer, while there's other articles that talk about the days getting shorter. These people are hypocrites. Let's go to that word, hypocrite, from the Etymon Online. False pretender to virtue or religion. These are pretenders. They pretend, they're false pretenders with their science. They don't really know what they're talking about. The Lord has just set them up with religion. They have no idea what the prophecies are talking about. The Lord just set them up. To virtue, they are not the bastion of morality that they'd have you believe. They are the wicked of the Bible. They are hypocrites, and their time is being shortened. Job 20 and 5, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, the wicked being the Edomites. The Edomites are so-called white people, including the small hatters, and their time of ruling is being cut short. Triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Their days and their years are being cut short, and it's also happening for the elect, but for a righteous thing, for the kingdom to be set up. And so, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.